Eagle Report, and this is a game that we are going to lose. Just have to accept. Well, I'm just going to look at the things we can try and do to make this competitive, but the Swans are so much more better team than us. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, just imagine that there's only 2 teams, right? Swans are 10, the best team you've ever seen. Eagles are 1. This is not comparing to anyone else. This is just comparing them to each other. Like, the Swans are so much better than us in every aspect of the game. We just... I don't know. I just don't know. That they beat us by 180 odd points last year. They beat us by 100 points the other year. Like, this is for their hat trick, you know. 300 points dashings in a row, so we need to prevent that. That's my goal. Just don't lose by 100 points. I'll be happy. Pardon me. It's in the Adelaide Hills. Of course, it's Gallagher. Gallagher needs to be in Perth sometime soon. I know next year it's in Adelaide again. It's sad, but it needs to come to Perth. Anyway, Josh Rotham back into the side. I feel like we haven't seen him play since 2022. He's all right. Yeah, He's just like, I feel like he doesn't know whether he's a half back or he's a key defender. Like, he's like 185 and he just doesn't really know. That's how I see him. And then he comes up with a good moment every now and then. So I reckon he's a good inclusion, but yeah, off the bench definitely maybe. And Locke Rollinson, never heard of him. Hopefully he's good. And then in for the Swans, Taylor Adams and Harry Cunningham. That's not good for us. And then Rampy is injured. And I didn't see our ads. I'm so stupid. And Corey Warner omitted. There's definitely stronger players coming in for the Swans. For us though, Brockman is injured. Hopefully he's not injured for too long. He's been a good player. He's creative. He's something different. He reminds me of like Willie Rioli if he was fit. You know, like, no, not. I don't want to say it like that because that's a bit mean. Willie Rioli if he was more agile, and he is a little bit faster. But then again, he hasn't had those moments that Willie Rioli has had, where he's just popped up and scored a goal. So, well, we've still got a whole season to see, but he is injured for now. Jermaine Jones has been admitted, but he's only been admitted to the sub, so he might still come onto the ground. He just, I thought he'd be better for us this season, but he was pretty poor against the Dogs. He got Jamison, Brass and Hoff on our half-back line. Brass has been disappointing. I mean, I'd expect him to be playing better. I think McGovern's been our number 1 defender this season. I've really expected it to be Brass, but he's kind of just faded away. Jamison actually played pretty well against the Dogs. He had a few good moments where he where he picked up an intercept mark or something like that. And then Hoff, I like how he doesn't take too long with the ball. He just keeps it moving, you know. Duggan, he's moved away from the centre. I think that's a good idea. Put him back on half back. He's better a defensive option, and I think we do need to utilise him going forward. But he's good as a defensive option to just stay on his man and just when he gets the opportunity to, then he can spring off half back. McGovern has been our best defender. He's the only experienced guy down there, really. Barras is a bit experienced, but yeah. Oh, Tom Cole. I take that back, but he's just like the only sensible. He's the only key. He's the only defender who could slot into probably every team in the AFL. I can say that comfortably. He's off the back of a poor year, but he's actually he started really well this season. Tom Cole, he's very versatile, can be utilised. If you want him to spring off half back, he can. If you just want him to stay man on man, just stick to his man, he can, and he can do a job. Luke Edwards, he's been moved from the half forward line into the centre on the wing, and Cripps as well has been moved from the forward pocket onto the wing. We'll see how that unfolds, and then Ruben Jinby, of course. Jinby's just good. He gets involved, and he tries to make a difference to the contests. I feel like with some, I feel like that's the difference between a Ruben Jinby and Jermaine Jones or an Andrew Gaff. I don't think they want to make the difference. Jinby wants to make the difference, and that's the difference between those kind of players. Petruccelli, Waterman, Noah Long. I'd swap Long for Cripps maybe, because I think Cripps is more punishing forward, and Long is good when he gets. He's like a good outside midfielder, and he's got a good kick going forward, I guess. Petruccelli, Simpson's trusted him a lot. I don't know if I like him or not, Petruccelli. He can have a good moment, and he can be really, really crap. I just don't know about Petruccelli. Marek, Harley Reid starting in the forward pocket. That's a bit of a change, but we'll see how he goes. You always need a change when you're being battered every week. And Darling just looks like a how do you say it? He looks like a WWE wrestler trying to play AFL. His marking has gone out of the drain. His kicking's gone out of the drain. His game awareness has gone down the drain. But in the contest, he's just physical. He can bump someone over, grab the ball, and just give it over. But yeah, Darling's definitely been a bit of a disappointment this year. He's just, I don't know. He just looks like a WWE wrestler playing AFL. And then Bailey Williams in the ruck, Elliot Yeo and Tim Kelly. Yeo's been good in the midfield. He's wanted to move the ball on. He's wanted to get it forward. He's wanted to do something for the team. So I like to see that. Hunt, Chesser, Williams, Rotham, Rawlinson. Not much to say about the benches. Pretty happy with it, with the interchange. Yeah, and then Gaff, Jermaine Jones, and Dewar. I don't want to see. Jermaine Jones I want to see get on the ground. But yeah, that's the starting 23. Well, 24, 22. Yeah. I think this is going to end bad for the West Coast. Swans haven't lost this year, I don't think. Oh yeah, they lost one. Who did the Swans lose to? Let me quickly check. Oh yeah, they lost to Richmond. Swans have started really well. They should be pushing for top 4. I just need to have a look at the ladder. I want to go away from the Eagles, just see what team should be pushing for the 8 and what team should be pushing for the 4. I'm going to look at that real quick. West Coast got nothing to play for this season. We could be the worst team, not the worst West Coast Eagles team ever, the worst team in the AFL ever. That would be something remarkable. But West Coast, nothing to play for really this season. Playing for number 1 draft, I would say that. Hawks trying to cause some trouble, maybe push for the 8, but then they just can't pull it together. North just trying to develop the youth. Crows definitely want to try and make the 8, but they've had a poor start, and they're playing Carlton at Marvel next week, which is not going to make it easy. Brizzy want to bounce back, try and make the 4, and yeah, they want to try and win a premiership, but lost 3 in the trot. But I think they'll win this week. I think they're playing North Melbourne. So Richmond just trying to be underdogs, just prove their worth under the new manager. Just try and shock people. Collingwood, trying to go back to back. I don't know. really not to say. Saints trying to push for the 8. Gold Coast Saints, he said. Same for Essendon Port. Trying to push for the 4, but there's a lot of teams up there. Dogs trying to just not slip out of finals contention, just stay around the mix and stay in the hunt. Who knows? They can make the top 4. Carlton definitely want to push for the 4. Swans as well want to push for top 4. Cats should make top 4 this season. They've started really well. Freo, let's just see if they can hang in there. They've come out really well, come out the gate really well, but can they maintain their momentum? Melbourne, GWS should be making the 4, and Melbourne have bounced back from that loss in opening round to the Swans. So yeah, I think I'm done talking. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.